Celebrating her dad's recovery from health issues, Santana Garrett was honored to have her father in attendance at last week's event.
My father has gone through a lot the past few years, and honestly, all I can say is that I'm so lucky to still have a father here, and I'm so thankful that he's here tonight to cheer on his baby girl.
But unfortunately, the born legend of professional wrestling, Tessa Blanchard, interrupted the occasion to let her feelings be known.
I am here for one reason and one reason only, and that's because I want that.
While Tessa Blanchard is one of the industry's best, she would need to wait.
To get that, you gotta earn your way.
That's fine, I don't want any trouble. I don't want any trouble.
For the main event everyone wanted to see was the champion, Santana Garrett, versus the former champion, Jungle Girl. This was Jungle Girl's redemption match, a one-on-one match for the championship. For it was when Jungle Girl hastily decided to defend her championship in an unexpected triple threat match that Santana gained her championship status by pinning the Beverly Hills Babe, Amber O'Neal. Left devastated over Santana's victory, Jungle Girl donned her war paint and dedicated herself to winning back the championship. The championship that many wrestling fans claim she never rightfully lost. Battling Santana Garrett, Jungle Girl was poised to win the championship.
Jungle Girl delivers a super drop kick!
However, Tessa Blanchard entered the ringside area and gained Santana's attention by physically assaulting Santana's dad, grabbing the tubes of his oxygen machine, cutting off his air, and Santana rushed to her father's aid just in time.
Santana's been counted out! The winner of the match is Jungle Girl!
While Jungle Girl won the match, Jungle Girl didn't have the championship. And when the Beast entered the ring to mark her territory for being championship worthy, the stakes for the greatest prize in women's wrestling were elevated.
My father is Tully Blanchard, an original Four Horsemen WWE Hall of Famer. My stepfather is Magnum TA, and my grandfather is Joe Blanchard, who ran Southwest Championship Wrestling back in the territory days. I'm Tessa Blanchard. I was born into this business. I'm a born legend. I might have that last name and it might get my foot in the door, it might get me in front of the right people, it might get me an opportunity, but the second I step in that ring, it doesn't do jack for me. You gotta be able to back it up. It doesn't matter what your name is, it doesn't matter where you've been, where you've traveled to, or who you know. There's never an exception for hard work, and I work hard every single day of my life. I've won championships, I've won tournaments all over the globe. If people get in my way, I steamroll through them. If a girl thinks that they can match up to me, bring it. Bring it on. And here at WOW, I want that championship. That's why I'm here, because I'm a Blanchard, and Blanchards go after the gold. It's not just my name, it's in my DNA. I'm a born legend.
Let's not forget what happened last week in the events that unfolded at the end of our episode.
Santana Garrett,
I thought she was helping
the
your
WOW
dad.
World Champion. Santana, in my 30 years of professional wrestling, I've never seen anything as despicable as what I witnessed when Tessa Blanchard came out here and attacked your father. On behalf of WOW and all the fans, we apologize for her actions.
Absolutely, just reprehensible actions.
Well, don't apologize for me.
Now, David, in all the years I've been with you and I've been your champion, you've put opponent after opponent in front of me and I fought them.
This is true.
And defeated them.
And defeated them, that's right.
And that's why she's the WOW champion of the world.
Now, I've never asked you for anything, but right now, I'm asking you for a match with Tessa Blanchard.
The WOW champion calling the shots. She wants Tessa in the ring. Is Tessa Blanchard coming to answer the challenge?
I don't know. I hope so.
Oh no, Tessa's on the ring. Tessa's on the way.
Santana.
Oh, here we go. We've got a fight in the middle of the ring. They're trading blows. They're trading blows. Look at this. Look at this. We gotta get somebody out here.
Stop this. Stop this.
Coming out of nowhere.
Pull these two apart.
Pull Tessa Blanchard away. Pull Tessa away.
This is not how things are done in WOW anymore.
Stop
Easy.
it. Tessa Blanchard.
Pure chaos is broken out.
You can't do it.
I think Santana won.
Santana Garrett's going back for more. She's not gonna let Tessa get away with these actions.
Ring the bell.
Don't listen to the bell.
Tessa Blanchard's got to work her way up the ladder to get you, Santana. She can't do it. I know you're the champ. I know it. I know you want her. I know this is personal now. I know it's personal. But you've got to earn your way. If you want a match, I'm going to give you something to do. You're going to take on one of the top competitors in WOW then tonight. Who is it? It's going to be the Beverly Hills Babe.
What a match we've got for tonight. The Beverly Hills Babe versus Tessa Blanchard in Tessa's WOW in-ring debut. I couldn't think of a better opponent.
Escorts Tessa out of here. You're going to get your match. You're going to get your match, and we'll see how you do. But no, Santana, I know it's personal, but Tessa Blanchard has to earn her way up the ladder to get a championship match.
David is not giving
Tessa's
that
ready to
away.
fight. Santana's ready to fight.
No.
These two want each other more than you could ever imagine.
Right now, they want each other. Right now.
And look at Santana Garrett taunting the challenger
Get
or
some
the would-be
order.
challenger.
No, Tessa's ready. Look at her. She's kicking up her heels. Whoa, she's kicking dirt.
What an insult.
Kicking dirt on her.
These fans want to see Tessa Blanchard challenge Santana Garrett for the World Championship of WOW.
Tessa Blanchard wants the WOW Championship, but she has to earn her way up the ranks. That starts tonight. Tessa Blanchard takes on the fabulous Lana Starr's Beverly Hills Babe. Coming up, the princess from down under. She is Princess Aussie, with the members of her tribal community to whom she pays homage.
My journey has been tough. I grew up in Northern Territory, Darwin, Australia. My mum was raising 2 children on her own. She went back and forth many times to Indonesia to teach. I would stay with people in the community, either Aboriginal families, Indonesian families. I was a pretty small girl growing up, the white girl, the blonde hair, the blue eyes. One day, the big badass of the school, she picked on everyone. I felt this stick just hit me. No one sticks up to this girl. She always has her way. I picked that stick up. I stood up for myself. And after that, I have never ever not stuck up for myself. I've never ever not stuck up for those around me, those who are part of my family. We will always be a tribe. So the lessons that I learnt, I take that into the ring with me. The Indigenous Australians, they come out with me, they remind me where I came from. I pay homage, my roots. My mom once told me, one stick by itself, it's easily broken. But when you bundle them together, just like my family and just like my tribe, we are unbreakable.
Here she's come, Shawn Guerrero. And before she makes the next introduction, I just want to step to the side. She helped me start my career. She was an influence in Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. She is Mrs. Stallone. Give it up for Jackie Stallone. Jackie Stallone.
Introducing first, from the French Quarters of New Orleans, Louisiana.
What's going on? It's a bit spooky music.
Please welcome
I'm getting a little creeped out.
Voodoo Doll.
The Voodoo Doll. Oh, look at that. She is from New Orleans, but boy, I'm out of breath, Steven. I'm sure you are, David. Tessa Blanchard just roaring in. Santana wanting to take her on, making it a personal match. But I can't give Tessa Blanchard a championship match without earning her stripes. Look at the Voodoo Doll. I'm terrified right now.
And her opponent from Australia, accompanied to the ring by the Papua New Guinea tribe.
Look at this.
Princess Aussie.
Look at these gentlemen. These are the indigenous Australian tribe raised by Aboriginals and Indonesians. The indigenous Australian gentleman accompanying Princess Aussie to the ring. Oh. Look at this. This is fun. This is new. This is exciting. That bamboo stick represents something to Princess Aussie. Now, what does it represent, David? It represents that you could break one stick, but when you lace and put a band of sticks together, it's unbreakable.
Wow.
And Princess Aussie, whose mother had to earn a living and left her daughter behind, and she was raised by a tribe of people that protected her, as she defeated her continent's bully who took someone's hair in a bus. And Aussie one day was picked on and she said she'd had enough. And she tonight pays homage to her roots with her dancers and her courage to step in and show the symbol of those sticks. A group can't be broken. And that's what family's all about.
That is true, David. Let's see how this family.
Oh my! Head scissor takedown by Princess Aussie. She's showing a lot of spirit here in her debut. Certainly is the Voodoo Doll out there. I don't know anything about tarot cards and Ouija boards and all those things I saw in that pre-entrance of the Voodoo Doll. All I know is you don't touch a Ouija board. I've learned that much. You don't touch it. It scares.
Fearful.
It scares the living daylights out of me, Easy Rider.
Probably because you don't like what's in your future.
Oh goodness. Princess Aussie, she's got a bright future ahead of her if she can get a win over here against the Voodoo Doll.
I don't know. See this coming.
Quite a suplex by the Voodoo Doll. Princess Aussie's down. She's got the wind knocked out of her. And there it is. A splash by the Voodoo Doll. Only a 2 count. Princess Aussie, you're talking about the indomitable spirit of Princess Aussie. She's not going to lay down for anybody. She's not going to take anything from anybody. And the Voodoo Doll is no exception. But look at this fight coming out of the Voodoo Doll.
She's going to put a spell on her, that's for sure.
I believe it's called an incantation.
Well, whatever you want to call it, Dickie, it's a spell.
Pulling back on the teeth reminds me of Jungle Girl when she used to do that to Tanovic and others. Pulling back at the jowls, if you will. Not exactly a good tactic there. Not exactly a strategist move.
Checking for gingivitis? What is she?
She's not a dentist. She's not like that wrestler that claims she's a dentist.
Oh, to the neck.
2, 3, 4. The Voodoo Doll with the illegal foot choke in the corner. That's why the referee had to count. Rush in the corner, double knees to the face of Princess Aussie. She's got her by the legs. She's going to drag her out of the corner.
Oh, she grabbed the arms so that she couldn't get the ropes.
That is quite an inventive cover. I don't believe I've seen that one before.
If she gets on top of Princess Aussie, it's going to be difficult for Aussie to pop out due to the weight difference in these two competitors.
Oh, of course, the Voodoo Doll has the size advantage, but Princess Aussie might have the spiritual advantage here with everything you were talking about at the beginning of this contest, David.
I think the Voodoo has the spiritual advantage, no?
Are we talking evil spirits here?
Either or, they work.
Fair enough, Easy Rider.
right.
You know better than anybody about evil.
Yes, I do.
The Voodoo Doll's got Princess Aussie in the corner, clothesline, crushing her competitor. Princess Aussie, she's got to get the win back in her, but the Voodoo Doll won't let her. The Voodoo Doll staying on top of her. That's exactly what you've got to do to win a contest.
Here we go. I think she's got something good here.
Princess Aussie, she fought it off. Punch to the face. The Voodoo Doll, is that shock or is she just crazy?
I think she's in shock there. She didn't expect her to hit her that hard.
Princess Aussie's got Voodoo Doll up. Tornado DDT. Tornado DDT. That's got to be it. That's got to be it.
Voodoo isn't moving too quickly.
Princess Aussie.
That took the wind out of Voodoo for sure.
And Aussie, look at her. Off the ropes.
Elbow drop.
She tried to drop her down under. Yes.
Shades of Rey Mysterio there by Princess Aussie. She's going up. High risk, high reward. Princess Aussie goes up.
Third rope.
Frog splash.
Oh my! Shades of Eddie Guerrero. Shoals dead.
1, 2, 3.
Shaw Guerrero smiled. She thought of her late father and gave it a smile. She loved that move. Shaw loved it.
Here is your winner, Princess Aussie.
Let's take a look at that leap that had Shaw Guerrero smiling. The leap.
She goes up for the patented frog splash. Viva la raza indeed.
Fabulous. Princess Aussie the winner.
And here it is from another angle. Beautiful, picture-perfect frog splash.
I'll do whatever's necessary to become the WoW World Champion. And Santana, if that means that I have to face Beverly Hills Babe tonight to make that happen, so be it. But that brings me to the Beverly Hills Babe. Look, just because she shops in Beverly Hills and hangs out with Lana Starr, that doesn't mean she's not still the same sloppy Amber O'Neil that we all just know and love. And Bev, if you think that after I choked out Santana's dad, that there's not anything else I wouldn't do to kick your ass tonight, yeah, you're mistaken. And that goes for your buddy Lana, too. You know, if she wants to stick her nose in my business, well, then the two of you are gonna need a little bit more than Botox to fix your faces when I'm done with you.
Jessie Jones is a tough young lady from Kentucky.
I was raised in a small town called Bardstown, Kentucky. Now, Louisville's a Yankee city surrounded by the South, but Bardstown is perfect.
Jessie traveled on a bus to Los Angeles at the request of WoW trainer Selena Majors. And while the country girls enjoyed the finer things of Southern pride, the task at hand was to teach some respect to today's wrestlers that don't honor the traditions of the sport.
I'm pissed right now. There is no need for this in this business.
You wasn't taught no respect when you was brought up. We're about to beat it into you.
1, 2, 3. Frustrated with their results, Selena decided to walk away from wrestling for a while.
Some of these girls, they're just out for themselves. You know, they just want to get over. And I don't know if I can do this anymore. I think it's time for me to go back to Georgia. I'll see you later.
Wanting Southern pride to continue to reign in WOW, Selena returned with a new Southern prospect named Jessie Lee Lynn, with hope Southern pride could be formed again and dominate WOW. Wanting Jessie Jones to train her, Selena rather was met with Jessie Jones that showed no mercy for training newbies. As you will see in this exclusive phone video, little Jamie Lee Lynn was met with a new Jessie Jones that taught her the hard way into professional wrestling.
Jessie, what were you thinking?
What? I don't see what the problem is.
You dislocated her elbow.
So I didn't break it, and that's what they did to us when we broke it.
Well, this is WOW. We're not going to do what they did to us.
Well, that's what the problem is, Selena. This is WOW. There's no respect. There's no paying their dues, and then girls can't hang. If she can put on her boots, then she can get in here and she can take the training.
I wanted you to teach her some moves. I didn't want you to dislocate her arm.
Well, you know what? This is wrestling, and it ain't ballet. I thought that was your whole problem with all these girls. Ain't that why you walked out and left me, Selena?
We talked about that. Don't bring that into this, okay?
That has everything to do with this. You know what? I'm done with this. I don't care.
Selena was disgusted with Jessie Jones' actions, and Jessie Jones immediately left the training center of WOW in a huff. Tonight, Jessie Jones returns to WOW with the goal of teaching her own brand of respect to Mexico's Azteca.
Introducing first, from the bourbon capital of the world, Bardstown, Kentucky.
You know who's from Kentucky?
Yeah.
Bourbon capital of the world.
Representing Southern pride, Jessie Jones.
Jessie Jones strutting in. She was a fan favorite. As you saw, she used to be with Selena May. Oh my! What is that? She just put her gum on David.
Wow, she just made a fan out of me, David.
Just because I told her no more chewing gum, and that was uncalled for. I said it for her safety. She took offense. Hold it.
All y'all make me sick.
Oh, whoa. No. Jessie Jones not endearing herself to the Velasco crowd.
I'm here to make wrestling great again.
Oh, my. Make wrestling great again. What's she talking about?
Clean about that.
The WOW locker room, starting with Miss Azteca.
She doesn't like Azteca.
Speaking of which, that makes me think of something. The wall.
No. The wall.
Whoa, did she bring
She's
the
not
wall?
gonna go there.
Don't want the wall. However, you hypocrites live behind walls in your private gated communities. So what's the difference?
Ooh.
Sit down and shut your mouth and show me some respect.
She's picking a fight she can't win.
My name's Jessie Jones, and I'm gonna make wrestling great again.
Jessie Jones. How can she come out here and say
It
these
must be
things,
the
David?
hair talking.
Not enduring herself to the fans of Los Angeles.
Absolutely not.
Well, this crowd's letting Jessie know what they think of her. But I don't think she cares.
And her opponents from Mexico City, Mexico.
Oh, yeah, baby. Whoa. From Mexico City.
We are in Mexico.
La Ciudad de Mexico.
Azteca.
Wow.
Look at this new competitor here in WOW. Azteca. Look at Azteca. Wow, the headdress is beautiful.
Wow, yes it is. Jessie has made an enemy here right now.
What an entrance for this young lady. That headdress symbolizing the history of the Aztecs, the rich, proud history of the Aztec culture. Azteca wearing it as a sign of her people, as a sign of her culture.
As beautiful as it is, Jessie is not having it.
Jessie Jones had disrespectful words for Azteca and the fans here tonight in the Belasco Theater.
Eddie Furt putting Azteca into her corner, mutual corners accepted, and here we go.
Azteca, she's got this crowd behind her. Jessie Jones, needless to say, does not.
Saying the people here in LA made her sick, saying she wants to make wrestling great again, saying comments about the wall, talking about people in LA living behind walls, private gated walls, but they don't want to build a wall around the US of A. She called out many people.
Too many people. They're not having it, this crowd.
And they're giving some hisses and boos to Jessie Jones.
David, regardless of where these fans come from, they paid their good hard-earned money to see this match tonight. Jessie Jones utterly disrespected them. And Azteca's got control of this match. Jessie Jones, she's fighting for control. She's gonna get her in the triangle choke. She's got her, she's got her. Azteca's trying to fight out of it too. Look at that footwork. Azteca is going up, and she is powered out of it. How impressive is this new competitor?
Whoa.
Jessie Jones not impressed though.
What does that mean, Eleanor? Is that Italian for something? Or is that something they do in Kentucky? What's the language there?
In Kentucky, I believe it means kiss off.
Kiss
In my
off.
neighborhood, it means go to hell.
Well, you're from New Jersey, aren't
South
you, Eleanor?
Philly.
South Philly.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I'm sorry.
Here, there's some nice bingo halls in Philly.
Is that right?
That's right.
Is that what you hear about
That's what
in
I've
Philly?
heard.
Bingo.
That's right.
A leg into Jessie Jones's and pull her over. She takes her over.
Modified arm drag. Azteca's got Jessie. What's she going for here? Backflip. Jessie isn't going down too easily.
I tell you, scrapping wrestler is Azteca. Jessie Jones backing up by 2 steps. Azteca reaching out to the fans of Los Angeles. Going up to the
There
second.
we go. Look at her. She's going old school here. Wow! Look at that Japanese arm drag.
Of Jessie Jones. Jessie Jones.
These fans love Azteca.
Flipped out.
She really doesn't want that wall.
Back to the trailer park.
Of course Azteca doesn't want the wall. Look at Jessie Jones.
Jessie Jones, where'd she go? I looked down to note something, and there, where'd she go?
She was nothing to do with
Jessie
Azteca.
Jones?
She's running away from this fight.
Did something happen when I looked down? There she is!
Where is she? Oh.
Jessie Jones right into the steel pole!
She was just getting her breath back.
Missing a shoulder into the steel pole. She's put that shoulder of Azteca into the steel pole. She's tossing her into the ring.
Still cases.
Jessie Jones kicking Azteca in the midsection, double axe handle to the back. Azteca's a newcomer here.
Big punch. That was a thumb to the eye.
Thumb to the eye, slap to the face. Jessie Jones isn't mincing words or moves here.
She's trying to snap that arm around that top third rope.
Middle of the ring. Let's go.
The shoulder went into the steel pole, and Jessie Jones now knows there's an Achilles heel in that shoulder, and she's got to work at it. There's Azteca, though, trying to get some leverage, but it didn't take her out. Now she uses the elbow.
Look at this power coming out of
Another one, but it's the body into the midsection.
This is a ring shaker.
The left shoulder.
Nobody home on that third shoulder thrust, and now Jessie's got Azteca in the hammerlock.
The left shoulder taking a pounding twice, 3 times now. A twist, a hit into the pole twice. Jessie still leveraging away on that left shoulder.
Oh my gosh, she's gonna break her arm with moves like that.
That's only making her happy if she breaks her arm.
Ordinarily, I'd say you're wrong, Easy Rider, but judging by from Jessie Jones says, I think you might be correct.
Let's not forget what Jessie Jones did to Jamie Lynn, a good friend of Selena Majors from the South. She was going to train her. Selena Major, the trainer, brought her to WOW, and Jessie Jones took her into the training ring and tried to try her old school wrestling and broke her arm. Jessie Jones is dishing it out to Azteca.
Jessie Jones may be one of the most despicable WoW stars we've ever seen. I don't even want to call her a superhero because she's not with actions like that.
That's why Selena Majors let her go. She's not proud of her. She doesn't think she showed the proper respect to Jamie Lynn.
I'm proud of her, and I think since she got rid of Selena, she's been a better wrestler.
She certainly got a different attitude. There she is working on that arm. No, she's pulling it across the bottom rope. She's trying to snap it.
She methodically works on the arm of Azteca the same way she methodically broke down the arm of that poor Jamie Lynn.
She's really going for a submission, not a pin.
She wants to see Azteca tap. She wants to make her say, I quit.
That's right. This is
sadistic.
A fight, not a date.
That is a sadistic tactic by a sadistic competitor.
It is not sadistic. It is good. That is.
Look at these blows by Azteca. Azteca's got Jessie down. Oh, buzzsaw kick to the head. Buzzsaw kick. There she goes. Azteca stepping outside the ring. Getting this crowd behind her.
Azteca on the outside. Leap over the That looked like a corkscrew if you ever saw. There's a foot on the rope.
Tope suicino. There we go.
Jessie Jones, even though she was out of it seems she had the wherewithal to put that foot on the bottom rope.
Look at this crowd. They're getting behind Azteca. They want to see Azteca win this match, especially after what Jessie Jones said to this crowd.
But look at the left shoulder. Look at how she's protecting the left arm.
She's definitely favoring the left shoulder. Hopefully it doesn't affect her in this match any further, but it's got to be a weakness that Jessie Jones is going to focus on. There it is.
She does it again. She's relentless on that arm. She's trying to twist it. She's trying to break it. She's taking the wrist back. She's got the wrist back. She's got it. Come on, referee Eddie first.
Look at the intensity.
She taps out. That's it. With a submission hold. A submission hold. Jessie Jones is the winner.
Unreal.
Win at all costs, Jessie. I like it. Oh, now she's mocking her.
She's mocking her opponent. Insult to injury.
I feel like I know where she learned how to mock her opponent.
Don't you dare say Selena Majors, because you know that's not true, Easy Rider.
Here you see it in the replay, fans. Look at that. Look at that.
There's that vicious armbar by Jessie Jones.
Yeah, where's her gum?
I don't have your
Jessie
gum.
Jones making Azteca tap out. Azteca getting introduced to WoW the hard way. There we see it from another angle. The pain, the anguish on the face of this newcomer. Azteca, this is not what she bargained for in her first match in her debut here in WoW.
Here we got Lana Starr in the locker room from the producer. Let's check this out.
Make sure you fill that thing up with a lot of ice.
Lana, why am I getting this right now anyway?
Because after you win tonight and you beat that Tessa Blanchard person, we'll be back on top. And the WoW Championship will be ours. Don't worry, babe. I've got everything covered.
Lana.
Sophia Lopez, the world's greatest attorney.
Indeed.
What did you find out?
Ready.
In the coming weeks, the Monster of Madness, Havoc, will step into the WoW ring, and chaos and destruction are sure to follow.
Last week on WoW, Jungle Girl was on her way to becoming the WoW World Champion. Jungle Girl delivers a super drop kick! Before Tessa Blanchard stole her opportunity at the championship by grabbing Santana's attention with an assault on her dad. With a victory, but no championship title, Jungle Girl and the world of wrestling were shocked when the Beast made her presence known. Next week, the Beast returns to WoW when she takes on Faith the Lioness.
Fans, let's show you how the fabulous Lana Starr transformed ring veteran Amber O'Neal into the Beverly Hills Babe.
Upon entering WoW, Amber O'Neal felt her years of hard work had finally been repaid. she took her experience and formed a tag team with one of WoW's rising stars, Santana Garrett. Together, they were the All-American Girls, and fans from all over the world loved their look, their athleticism, and their ability to win.
Whoa! There it is, another clothesline. The All-American Girls are doing it now.
As a tandem, they reached the pinnacle of WoW by dethroning Caged Heat as the World Tag Team Champion.
3, we've got new champion! Yes, we do! New tag team champion, the All-American Girls!
However, some cunning legal maneuvers forced them to vacate the prestigious title.
There's their public defense attorney, Sophia Lopez. Wait a minute, something's not right here.
All the American girls, they cheated!
It was after suffering this setback that Amber O'Neal was tempted by the glamour of Hollywood and a proposition by the fabulous Lana Starr. Lana promised Amber beauty, Botox, and a better life.
Thank you, Lana.
Most importantly, though, Lana promised Amber shared success atop WoW, as together they would gain the WoW Championship. Seduced by a life she never thought possible, Amber accepted Lana's offer. Lana forced Amber to turn on her tag team partner, Santana Garrett, and rechristened Amber as the Beverly Hills Babe.
Stay right here, honey, because if you're lucky enough when we come back, we'll give you an interview. Got that, hun?
We are coming back with Tessa Blanchard versus the Beverly Hills Babe in our main event. Stay tuned.
Introducing first from Beverly Hills, California. Accompanied to the ring by the fabulous Lana Starr, the Beverly Hills Babe.
Look at these two. Proud as ever.
The Beverly Hills Babe, formerly Amber O'Neal, from North Carolina, has seen the light. She's come to California. She's seen Rodeo Drive. It's like Pretty Woman come to life. And Lana Starr is responsible. Why, you ask? Because Lana Starr wants the WoW World Championship back in her hands. Boy, she's transformed Amber O'Neal truly into the Beverly Hills Babe.
It's a night and day difference between Amber O'Neal and the Beverly Hills Babe. It's almost like seeing two different competitors.
And her opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Making her debut in the ring, legitimately.
Finally.
She is the born legend, Tessa Blanchard.
Let's remind everyone of the pedigree of Tessa Blanchard. She's a third-generation athlete. Her grandfather, the great Joe Blanchard. Her father, television champion Tully Blanchard, member of the Four Horsemen. Her stepfather, the legendary United States champion Magnum TA.
The born legend coming to the WoW Women of Wrestling.
She's got all the right attitude, David.
Well, she wants to add another championship belt to her status and her collection. She wants the WoW Championship.
Lana is not impressed. Lana is not impressed.
Lana Starr, I see.
It is on, but I think you need a headset. Look at that, Lana, you're speechless.
I don't know if I should welcome you or say, why are you here joining us at the table? Don't you have duties outside the ring?
I don't know who this person is, so I thought I'd come in like,
you don't know who Tessa Blanchard is, please,
Well,
certainly.
Explain.
explained she came to WOW Women of Wrestling seeking the championship from Santana Garrett, your protege's former tag team partner, until you and Sophia Lopez manipulated the mind of the Beverly Hills Babe and took her from the roots of her home in Carolina and turned her into the goddess of Beverly Hills.
Oh my gosh, too much talking, David. I just wanted you to have ratings, so I thought I'd come and sit over here. You got...
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Ratings? Come on, we've got ratings because we've got WOW Women of Wrestling, the only 1 hour dedicated professional wrestling show to the best in professional wrestling for women. Right now, Beverly Hills Babe wrenching in on that headlock on Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard just voted one of the top 3 professional wrestlers by Sports Illustrated. Oh, before she got the reversal, the Babe pulled the hair back. Possible? No, look at that! Tessa just bridging right up and out of that possible pinfall. Babe takes Tessa down. She's got to grab all those legs and power on that pinfall to get a pin.
There was a near fall. Tessa's got Beverly Hills Babe down.
Tessa Blanchard's very hungry, Lana. I don't know about this.
There's a reason she calls herself the Born
Did you just see
Legend.
that hair flip?
Yeah, she learned that from you.
Yeah.
That's a great move.
But that means we have no problems.
Beverly Hills Babe traded in dirt bikes for Botox injections.
Whoa.
But that's not going to help her tonight against the Born Legend, Tessa Blanchard.
It's certainly not, Steven. Tessa Blanchard and the Babe gonna size up right here. Right there's a kick to the midsection of Tessa. Tessa reverses, gives her own kick to the midsection. Irish whip into the turnbuckles. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that, fans? The knee delivered right to the stomach of the Babe. Oh, Tessa driving the Babe right into the second rope.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh! Going right to the back of the Babe. You better buy her a massage tonight. And now the kick. The kick. This is it, Lana.
I'm starting to think I made a mistake.
Tessa did not get the 3 count there. I thought she may have had it right there. The Babe's in trouble, though. That's clear. Tessa, the aggressor right now in this match. Elbow smash right to the front of the Babe. The Babe a little bit dazed. That may have caught her right on the chin. Tessa says she's got to 5 to break. She gave it up before the 5 count. Tessa being thrown back by the Babe. The Babe jamming away with a kick of her own. Now she's on top of Tessa, jamming away on the Tessa Blanchard, who wants the WOW Championship. She wants Santana. She's got to climb her way through the ladder. And aren't you happy? She's got to go through the Babe.
Yeah.
You heard
That's
that
why
on the
she's my
15th row.
protege.
Kick to the midsection. Tessa's down. Beverly Hills Babe's got her. 1,
Yes.
2. Kick out.
Why is the ref counting so slow?
He's counting at a decent pace, Lana. That's what that's called.
Why are you
Accurate
always
pace.
against me?
Yeah, Dickie.
Yeah.
I think you're just against us.
Oh, look at that! Tessa taking the Beverly Hills Babe out. The Babe hitting the forehead. Tessa's going up. Second, third rope. Third rope. It's like Jungle Girl. Nobody home.
Super kick.
I taught her that.
You taught her that, please.
I've never seen you do that move, Lana.
Yeah, because I let her do it.
Of course, of course.
You let everybody do your dirty work for you, Lana.
Beverly Hills Babe, kick to the midsection.
The Babe paused for a moment to try to grab some fan enthusiasm, and it didn't work. She takes Tessa down, though. There it is! The kick out by the Born Legend.
Double 3.
That close. Tessa Blanchard rolling out. Tessa Blanchard's back of her neck obviously sore. Beverly Hills Babe again trying to grab some fan support. Tessa reversal out of it. Tessa Blanchard.
Hammerlock DDT. 1, 2, 3. Beverly Hills Babe has been put.
And your winner, Tessa Blanchard.
I totally underestimated this person.
This kid has heart, Lana. You got to give it to her.
Here's the replay, fans. Here it is. Tessa Blanchard delivering the buzzsaw DDT. Boom, baby. Boom.
And your winner, Tessa Blanchard.
Easy Rider, have you ever seen such intensity on the face of a competitor here in WoW?
I have not. She really wants that
The
belt.
winner, Tessa Blanchard.
David, I hope you're listening. I just beat the babe. I beat one of the top girls here at WoW. So when do I get my shot? I want Santana Garrett. And Santana, I know you're back there listening. Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. It's only because you have that championship belt around your waist. It's not because of any other reason. I'm a far better wrestler than you in this ring.
Wow!
And you know what? When it comes to this ring, I got crowbars, not cartwheels, sweetheart.
Oh,
She's laying it out. She's laying down
And your
the smack.
daddy, he's not gonna be the only one that needs oxygen when I'm done with you. So David, get me Santana. You know if she got the guts. Bring her out here, come on.
Here she comes!
Here comes Santana sliding in! Santana!
We gotta get help! This has not been permitted! This has not been permitted! Santana wants Tessa. These two want to fight. That's all that matters.
That's right. They want to fight and they want it now.